2,000 years ago, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote his thoughts in a personal journal called To himself. It wasn't intended for others to read, it was a space for him to reflect on the lessons from the philosophy he followed. Known as one of the 5 good emperors of Rome, Marcus is remembered not just for his power but for the honesty in his writing. Today, his journal is published as Meditations. Recently, print sales of Meditations increased by 28%, and ebook sales rose by 356%. Many people have turned to Marcus' words for comfort and strength during challenging times. As we read his journal, we may wonder how he spent his days. Thanks to his detailed journaling, we have a good idea of what a typical day looked like for Marcus. This article will outline his habits so you can incorporate them into your own daily life. Prepare for the day ahead. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. Marcus Aurelius emphasizes the importance of premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization. This means imagining the worst situations we might face to prepare ourselves for challenges. For Marcus, dealing with difficult politicians and arrogant nobles was a daily reality. By mentally preparing for these encounters, he was ready to handle anyone, no matter how tough. Stoics don't view this negative visualization as pessimistic. Instead, it reflects their deep optimism. Every day brings annoyances and distractions, but we can choose not to let them affect us. While we can't control others' behavior, we can control our own reactions. To have a great day, consider all the things that could go wrong and how you would respond. Practice staying calm in chaos, remembering that people rely on you. Think about what steps you can take now to prepare. Tackle the most important task first. Concentrate every minute like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness, and on freeing yourself from all other distractions. Marcus Aurelius likely tackled his hardest tasks first. He believed in not procrastinating or delaying important work. He learned from his stepfather, Antoninus, the value of working long hours and staying focused. Marcus even admired how Antoninus scheduled breaks to maintain productivity. He believed in facing challenges head-on and never complained about his duties. He wrote, "Never be overheard complaining. Not even to yourself. It's easy to put off responsibilities and complain. While venting frustrations can feel good in the moment, it rarely changes our circumstances for the better. Procrastination doesn't make life less stressful or more efficient. That's why we should follow Marcus' example and tackle our most important tasks first. If we can succeed in that, the rest of the day will be much easier. Wake up early and get to work at dawn. When you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for?" Marcus Aurelius in Book 5 of Meditations. Marcus Aurelius acknowledges the struggle we all face when waking up. He has a relatable conversation with himself, observing how nature is bustling with life. Plants, birds, ants, and bees are all busy doing their jobs. He asks himself, are you not willing to do your job as a human being? Even someone as wise and disciplined as Marcus needed to remind himself to get out of bed. Marcus points out that everything in nature is working to fulfill its purpose. He challenges himself with a thought-provoking question. Is this what you were created for? The answer is a clear no. Marcus understood that no one is above doing their part in the world. Every life form contributes to nature, and as human beings, especially as Stoics, it's our duty to remember this when we feel like sleeping in or avoiding our responsibilities. Each day, we should strive to do our part for the world. Failing to do so means going against nature and taking the gift of being human for granted. The Stoics would definitely disagree with that mindset. Tackle the most important task first. Concentrate every minute like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness. Marcus Aurelius believed in tackling the hardest tasks first. He didn't procrastinate or put things off. He learned from his stepfather, Antoninus, how to work long hours without distraction. Marcus admired how Antoninus organized his time, even scheduling bathroom breaks to stay focused. He faced his responsibilities head-on and never complained, writing, "Never be overheard complaining. Not even to yourself it's easy to delay our responsibilities and complain, but what good does that really do? Venting may feel good at the moment, but it rarely improves our situation. Procrastination doesn't make life easier or less stressful. That's why we should follow Marcus' example and address our most important tasks first. Winning that battle early can make the rest of the day feel much smoother. Seek stillness. Anyone with a feeling for nature will find beauty everywhere, even in the most ordinary things. Marcus Aurelius Marcus had many worries during his reign, facing wars, political turmoil, and personal losses. How did he find relaxation? He enjoyed physical activities like boxing, wrestling, and horseback riding, which were common among Roman elites. He also found peace in the bathhouses, where he could unwind. Reading was another significant part of Marcus' life. He believed that to lead effectively, one must continuously learn. He expressed gratitude to Junius Rusticus for teaching him to read carefully, rather than just skimming. We all need to carve out time for stillness, whether through exercise or quiet walks in nature. Even if we aren't leaders of empires, we face our own stresses and responsibilities. Taking a moment to slow down and appreciate the beauty around us can help us manage those challenges. Remember, you will die, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Marcus Aurelius Marcus often reflected on mortality, especially at night as he tucked his children in. He reminded himself that each moment could be the last. This perspective was especially poignant for Marcus, who lost many of his children during his lifetime. Thinking about death helps us prioritize and find meaning in life. It reminds us that every breath brings us closer to our end. Keeping this in mind can help us focus on what truly matters. To live like Marcus, we should structure our days to maximize time and focus on what's important. By practicing good habits, we can lead fulfilling lives. The core duty of a Stoic is to use each breath wisely, live virtuously, and embrace fate as a friend. If we can do this, we'll live a life aligned with Stoic principles, just as Marcus Aurelius did.